Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Wildcat Stadium in Brian Urlacher Field as we get ready for a little Saturday afternoon football homecoming 2023 from the friendly confines. I'm TJ Miracle. Don Morgan is fieldside. Evie Stuber in studio engineering and producing. And Brad Henderson helping out on the camera today on the YouTube channel. So this game originally supposed to be last night, but Mother Nature decided that she would rather make this a Saturday afternoon affair. This is your Stonewall Field Services pregame show. Great to have you with us. A little Saturday football as the Santa Fe High Demons are in town to take on our very own Lovington Wildcats. For the Cats, they come in at 3-3 on the season. Still ranked, though, at number 1 in Class 4A, but they're taking on a 6A opponent here today with the Demons in town. They are 1-4, and right now ranked number 19 in Class 6A. So really this is a game that means a lot for both of these squads. Santa Fe going to be looking to knock off a number 1 team. And for Lovington, they're going to be looking to knock off a 6A team. Of course, last Friday night for the Wildcats, we were in Artesia, a game I think the Cats would probably rather forget, but a game that at the end of it, I think maybe some things that they needed to learn some lessons from. And they never gave up in that game, but Artesia just way too much for them. As in that game, you look at it and no scores on the board. And really it was that first half where Lovington just had all kinds of fits getting going in that game. Only 37 yards total through the air in the first half. Only 50 yards total in that first half. 5 turnovers in the game. They did get that turned around slightly in the second half, finished up just under 200 yards. White Gomez finishing up 21 of 40, 174 yards, but no touchdowns and 3 interceptions. So really it was the turnovers that doomed Lovington last week, Dawn.
Yeah, definitely. At the end of the game, that was even by halftime. Coach G was kind of barking about that in terms of looking at his team and execution and things that went wrong. That just helped spell their doom. By the end of the game. So that was definitely one of the problems. Giving the ball over, you can't win ball games that way when you give the other team. However, that's kind of a shoes on the other foot thing for Lovington, as they've been a team most of the rest of the season, even in a couple of their games that were losing efforts, that forced turnovers, and so they kind of had to take a little bit of the own medicine that they've been dishing out all season to other teams, and I think they just got it all out in that game. I think that's just going to be the one game of the season they look back and, as you said, they want to forget all over. They want to take some of those lessons and learn some good things and turn those things into better execution in this game. And I know that they've been working really hard all week on that. They've known what to expect. Everybody got hyped up and ready for the big game last night, and then the hurry up and wait, still expecting at some point to be able to play, and then of course not at 9:30 last night. And it's a good thing, because that storm kept raging up here, and the lightning strikes continued, and that game wouldn't have gotten started, and even if it had, it would have been in still some wet weather and on a wet field, and they would have been playing well past midnight like Tatum was doing.
Yeah, I think that Tatum game wrapped up about 12:15 this morning because of all the delays. They were heck bent and determined, I guess, to get that one in, and they did. A big loss for Tatum, so probably not the outcome that they would have wanted. The Hobbs Eagles playing earlier today, their game postponed last night as well, and they fell to Las Cruces High. I believe it was a 20 or 21 point defeat for Hobbs there today. So hasn't been a great weekend for Lee County teams, but Lovington going to look to turn that around today against these Demons of Santa Fe High. As we mentioned, Santa Fe comes in at 1-4 on the season. Their last game, they got their first win of the year against Monzano. That was actually 2 weeks ago, 42-30, I think 42-35, the final in this one. And Santa Fe is one of those teams that does not put their statistics up on Max Preps as has been requested. But just looking at the game recaps for today for the Wildcats and looking back to last week, there were too many big plays that were given up. They really need to worry about out Michael Abeda. He is their quarterback. He's kind of the do-everything guys. Their leading rusher. He's obviously as the quarterback. He's their leading passer too. So got to make sure that you keep an eye on him. But when he hands the ball off, chances are it's going to Alex Mora. He likes to dump the ball off to Mora too, looks like, out of the backfield. So make sure that you're staying on him, keeping gap control. And receivers Joaquin Lerma and Juan Ortiz, probably his two favorite targets, though. They are capable of putting up some big numbers real fast against any defense. So going to be important for Lovington to keep an eye, especially on those four kids on defense. So as we continue on with your Stonewall Field Services pregame show, the Wildcats continue out and warming up. Santa Fe has finished their warm-ups, and they're about ready to come out on the field. Pretty good crowd here for a Saturday afternoon affair. Of course, this game originally supposed to be last night. There will be no Big Blue Band today. They are at a competition today out of town, and we wish them the best of luck. We have been informed they will be having the homecoming coronation at the half of this one like it was supposed to be last night. And, a full day here in Lovington. Soccer game earlier today before this one happened as Santa Fe has come out onto the field. The Demons are in their road white unis with the dark blue, almost black letters and numbers, the dark blue, almost black helmets with the gold accents. For the Cats, they are in the home blue tops with the white letters and numbers, the white pants, and of course, the white hats with Cats in script on the side of it. So as we get ready to kick this one off, the Wildcats did not win the toss, so the Demons win the toss, and they elected to receive the ball. So Lovington will have a chance to let the defense shine as we come in early for this one. And just getting ready for the start of what we hope is a good game today for the Wildcats, as they're, of course, their final pre-district tune-up. The Cats will be off next week before we are right back here at home 2 weeks from yesterday to kick off district against the Spartans of Bernalillo High School. And maybe that'll be the last time we have to say Bernalillo is in our district, because, of course, they will be redistricting in the summer months as the Cats come out onto the field getting ready for the start of this one. Today, of course, we will have the national anthem and a moment of silence as the Cats come out getting ready to kick this one off. So we'll go ahead and take a timeout, come back with the kickoff. This has been your Stone Oilfield Services pregame show on Z94 KZOR and the Lovington Sports YouTube channel. Back for the kickoff right after this. Wildcat football continues in a moment on Z94 KZOR. Welcome to Lovington Wildcat Football here on Z94 KZOR Hobbs Lovington, the Z94 KZOR app, the Lovington Sports YouTube channel, and the Lovington tab at hobbsamerica.com. It is the final pre-district tune-up for the Wildcats, and homecoming 2023 postponed from last night with the Santa Fe Demons in town, a 4A versus 6A, but should be a great matchup here today. With Evie Stuber in studio engineering and producing, Brad Henderson on the camera duties. Dawn Morgan patrols the field side. I'm TJ Miracle from high above Brian Urlacher Field at Wildcat Stadium. The Cats will be on the defensive side of things first and teeing it up at the 40-yard line. It'll be Remy Hernandez. About 84 degrees and partly cloudy as we get ready to kick this one off. Winds gusting out of the south up to 25 miles an hour. So Hernandez will tee this one up and just about ready to head into homecoming 2023 from here in Lovington today. So
I'm looking longingly at those clouds. Not that I wanted storms or anything this afternoon. I just really appreciated the cloud cover this morning. I thought maybe some clouds and breeze this afternoon for the game might be nice. But I know the sunshine makes most of their people happy.
Maybe we'll have some, as it'll be a high end over ender. It carries into the end zone and will be an automatic touchback as Bryce Melton was back deep to receive, but that one will be coming out to the 20-yard line. So Santa Fe football 1st and 10 from their own 20. Santa Fe moving from the north to the south. Lovington defending the south goal here in this first quarter. So the Demons, pretty much their offense revolves around Michael Abeda. He is their quarterback, the senior signal caller, 5'8", 170. His running back is senior tailback Alex Mora, 5'9", 190. So keep an eye on those two young men. Santa Fe going to come out in a 3-receiver set, 1st and 10 from the 20. Send a man in motion from the right to the left. Hand it off to Mora. He is hit behind the line and somehow will get forward and will wind up with about a yard out of it. Nice job by the lineman for the Wildcats. It'll be 2nd down and 9 after the pickup of 1.
We remember Abeda and Mora very well from the last game that Lovington played against Santa Fe in Santa Fe.
That was quite a matchup. Lovington getting the big win in Santa Fe last year, and a quick pass over to the left side, and that one going to be broken up. Nice job over there by Alec Olguin. The intended target over there was Bryce Melton, but knocked away. Good coverage for Olguin, and now it'll be 3rd down and 9 for the Demons of Santa Fe. Come out in a 4-receiver set this time. Twins left, twins right. Mora is the tailback from the shotgun, trying to get the hard count. Lovington not jumping. It's a bad snap. It rolls. Abeda going to be hit in the backfield, and he is dropped. Is coming through and making the big stop is Patrick Sanchez. On the stop. It'll be a 6-yard sack on Abeda. First sack of the ball game for the Wildcats, and it'll be 4th down and 15, punt time for the Demons. Great defensive stand to start things off for the Cats.
Absolutely, and what an awesome sack. Sanchez just went right across.
Came out of the safety position, and that one, it'll get over the head. Just let that one go, young man, but instead he'll pick it up and lose some yardage. That was dangerous as Jaden Gutierrez goes back to get it. He's going to be brought down by Max Insanias. So almost a disaster early, and I saw one of the coaches tell him just let it go as he came off the side. Much easier said than done, though.
So Lovington had a chance for their defense to get in there and to show what they're made of, and now it's time for the offense to take over and march down the field. If Lovington can get a score quickly, that's going to set the tone for this game, and they're going to be off to the races.
From their own 43-yard line, 3 receivers on the near side, but they are bunched tight. It'll be a pitch out, and Olguin looking for some room. He's across the 40, to the 30, to the second level, 20, 15, 10, 5. It's a foot race. Put it in the end zone. 6 on the board. Touchdown, Wildcats. Alec Olguin on the right side pitch takes it 43 yards to the house, and the Cats strike first.
And you know what? The echo of what I was saying is still hanging out there when Olguin passed the finish line there at the goal. That's amazing.
Valente Herrera and Alex Rivera getting the big blocks up front that sprung him, and then it was just a foot race. So now the point after to come from Hernandez. Olguin is the holder. So the Cats answer on one play, go 43 yards. The point after to come, high snap, it is down. Hernandez puts the boot in it, and it is through. With 10:45 to go here in the first half, or the first quarter, Lovington up early, 7-0, back in 30 seconds on KZOR. Back here at Wildcat Stadium, it was one play, 43 yards. Alec Olgain to the house. And the point after by Hernandez is good. And we are 1:14 seconds into this one. And Lovington has taken the 7-0 lead. With Don Morgan field side, I'm TJ Miracle as Remy will tee it back up at the 40. So the defense did their job, forcing a 3 and out. And then the offense almost made that one look easy as the ball blows off the tee. I have a feeling we're going to see that some today.
Whoa.
Yeah, they're going to have to get somebody over there to hold that one.
It's a pretty, strong wind. It comes and goes, but it's pretty strong breeze directly out of the southeast.
Yeah, 25 mile an hour is what the weather app said on my phone as we kick this one off, so gusts that high. So Remy going to try it again.
Do we see a squib, or do we kick it away?
I think we kick it away.
All right.
But I could be wrong, as Hernandez will come up, put the big boot in it. It is a high end-over-ender, and Melton just going to watch that one sail over his head and out of the back of the end zone and bring it out to the 20. And that's where Santa Fe will take over, first down and 10 for their second possession of the ball game. So the Wildcats looking to take advantage of a night's rest. I mean, that was very hard, I've got to think, last night on the Demons and Coach Andrew Martinez's squad. They were planning on playing last night. And, they had to figure out a hotel and who's rooming with whom and all that last night. So tough situation for Santa Fe, but that's the way it works sometimes. As back to pass is Abeda, under pressure, going to be flushed. Comes near side, looking, just going to tuck it, take it himself. He's going to head out, and he'll have a first down as he's going to rush inside, get just over the 30 to the 31-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 11 for Abeda, and that'll bring up a first down and 10 from the 31 as Lovington not able to get the backside pressure. Right. And Abeda took off. Good coverage down the field. Nobody he could throw to.
Yeah, not intended to be a keeper, but he ended up rolling out and getting the first down on it. So do what you have to sometimes. Lovington's D's got to remember that while they're covering everybody, there's an opportunity.
4 receivers set and handing it off and hit in the backfield and dropped is nowhere to go for Alex Mora. Nice. As coming through where the Wildcats, Kyler Reeves coming through and dropped Mora for a loss. He's going to lose 4 on the play, and it'll be second down and 14. Good coverage for the Cats. Herrera also in on that stop. Lovington looks like they're going to try and bring 4 men on the press. As back to pass, Abeda looks pressured, steps up in the pocket, still dancing around, and he is going to get back to the original line of scrimmage. He's going to pick up 3 before he is hit from behind. It's Kyler Reeves again on the initial stop, but not a lot of running room there for him. He'll have 3 yards out of it, and it'll bring up a third down and 11.
And Sanchez dove for him, and so did DeMarcus Thompson.
So on a 3rd and 11, passing down, empty set in the backfield, and hit and dropped as DeMarcus Thompson gets the second sack of the game as Abeda is going to be dropped back inside the 25 at the 24-yard line. Second sack of the ball game for the Wildcat D, and it'll be punt time again for the Demons.
Oh, yeah. The Lovington D is just making it almost impossible for Santa Fe's offensive line to protect their quarterback.
And on that play, Thompson had lined up as the outside linebacker. We've got a flag on the play. It was holding on Santa Fe, but Lovington declined that one to force the punt. So Ochoa back to receive the punt. As Lovington pressures, they will get it away. It is a high end-over-ender, and Cameron will just get away from that one and let it bounce as it'll go. It takes a Santa Fe bounce, and it'll keep rolling, and it'll be down at the Wildcat 46-yard line, and going down to get that one was Tomas Martinez. So 1st and 10 from their own 46-yard line. The Wildcats will take back over with 8:51 to go here in the first quarter and a 7-0 lead.
And we'll have to see if they can manage to score as quickly on their offensive drive as they did the last time.
I'm not sure you'd want to score quite as quickly. I mean, if you can, you'll certainly take it. Let your offense get a little work in here.
Right.
They're going to bunch everybody up on the left side. This time it will be a 4-receiver pattern. Deep back is going to be Olguin. They'll come to the left side this time. Olguin gets through the first level. Runs over a man still on his feet at the 40 to the 35 and down to the 33-yard line. That's 17. That is 21 yards for Alec Olguin and move the chains. First down, Cats.
I think that was number 22, Gabriel Lujan, who brought him down.
So that'll be a first down and 10 now. The Cats after the 21-yard gain. From now, the Demon 32-yard line. Twins to the left, twins to the right. Stack them up. The deep back is Olguin once again. Wyatt back in his familiar number 2, changes the play at the line. Hand it to Alex, starts right, cuts it back to the left, then up the middle, and he is going to cross the 25 down to about the 22-yard line. Going to be very close to the first down. They will give it to him and move the chains. First down, Cats.
He got some good blocks up front by Bishop and Rivera particularly, and he kind of just slid through that little hole that they made. That's what you do. You look for your blocks, you find the hole, and you go as far as you can.
And Lovington has kind of the thunder and lightning package in there with Olguin. He's the lightning. Cameron Ochoa is the thunder. He's more your power back. And they'll actually put Jaden Gutierrez in this time as the lone back. He'll be the tailback on the left shoulder. Hand it to Jaden. He starts it right. A little stutter step, goes backwards, and he's going to be brought down behind the line. Good pursuit by Mora. A flag on the play, and that's in the neighborhood of holding on the left side of the line. I have a feeling if I'm Santa Fe, I'm not sure I don't take the result of the play. And it will be holding on Lovington.
Yeah, as the bring down was by number 2, Alex Mora on that. A good pursuit, but credit where credit's due, but we'll see what Lovington decides.
Yeah, well, it was holding on us. So.
Yeah, so we'll see what, Santa Fe decides here.
And I think Santa Fe may decide to just take the play, but no, they haven't signaled the decline, and Lovington's moving backwards. I'm not sure about that one. You lost 7 or 8 yards on the play, and you would have lost the down, but they'll take it, and so it'll reset 1st and 20 for the Wildcats. So not sure quite what Coach Martinez is thinking there. So it'll be 1st down and 20 for the Wildcats instead of 2nd down and 18. So send twins left, twins right. Gutierrez stays, or rather Garza stays in the backfield. Back to pass, throw it underneath. That one tipped at the line, and that one going to bounce in. Elijah Rivero dives out for it. I think it's a good idea that one goes into the turf.
Cruz Graham, number 52, had Wyatt Gomez in his sights, and that's why Gomez let loose of that. It was a little wobbly because he had such pressure right in front of him.
Yeah, and I think it got tipped by Andres Montoya at the line. So it'll be 2nd down and 10. Clock stops with 7:20 remaining in the first quarter. Lovington on the march, 2nd and 20. From the 31-yard line inside Santa Fe territory. Empty set in the backfield, send a man in motion. And actually they're going to reset with Olguin as the tailback. Hand it to Alec, and he is going to be hit, and he is going to be dropped right at the line as it looked like Cruz Graham was in the huddle on that one. No gain on the play. So now it'll be 3rd and 20 for the Wildcats.
The Wildcats have got to pull up a big play right here, make a big gain, try to convert 3rd down. They've got to, these 3rd downs, so important.
Yes, they are. So 3rd and 21 officially for the Wildcats. You don't have a whole lot in the playbook for that one. Lovington has had some success, though, through their first 6 or 8 offensive plays going to the outside. Send twins to the left, tight end on the right side. Back to pass, pressure coming. Wyatt lets it fly down the middle, and Rivero had a step, but it is knocked away at the last possible second by Julian Opatia. And so it'll be incomplete, and that'll bring up 4th down and 21. Lovington's going to go for it.
Wow.
course, you've got Hernandez with a good leg, and with the wind at his back, yeah, that would be about a 50-yarder. So, yeah, they are going to go for it.
Yeah, and
on
if
fourth
they turn
and a
the
whole
ball-
long way.
If they were to turn it over, Santa Fe has it just right at their 30, so not a bad choice.
From the 31-yard line, Twins left, Twins right. Single back in the backfield is Olguin. Good snap. Back to pass. Wyatt looks, fires down the seam, has a man. That's Rivero at the 5 and slung down into the end zone. 6 on the board. Touchdown, Wildcats. 31 yards to the house for Elijah Rivero, and the Cats take the 13-0 lead.
Villasenor was on him, but not close enough. And man, I tell you, Rivero had to climb the stairs, reach up and get that one, pull it down, and then really protect it into the breadbasket and step into the end zone. Nice play.
So Lovington, not even halfway through this first quarter, takes the lead, and Lovington will shift out into the Wildcat. They're going to go for 2. Low snap, Alec gets it, and Olguin into the end zone. Put 2 more on the board for the Cats, and they will go up by a score of 15-0. 6:26 remaining in the first quarter. This is Wildcat football on KZOR. Fourth and 21, the Wildcats bomb it 31 yards to the end zone. Gomez to Rivero. The 2-point conversion on the Wildcat to Olguin is good.
Yeah.
And the Cats go up 15-0. I'm TJ Miracle, Don Morgan field side.
And there was excellent offensive protection of Wyatt, giving him a lot of time to really find his receiver and make a good throw on that. So good job on the line with no holding penalty as a result.
As Hernandez will boot it away. This one a line drive, and that one's going to go out of the back of the end zone. Santa Fe, for the 3rd time in 3 possessions, will take over at their own 20-yard line. Great to have you with us on a beautiful Saturday afternoon for football here in Lovington, New Mexico, from Brian Urlacher Field at Wildcat Stadium. Today's game brought to you by CYA Trucking Insurance, Eastern New Mexico University, Devon Energy, Eunice Pump and Supply, and Stone Oil Field Services. Wildcat football also brought to you by Man Welding, Lee County Electric Cooperative, Bob's Thriftway, Lovington Auto Supply, and the Lovington Schools. So Abeda will lead his troops back out for the 3rd Santa Fe possession of the ball game. High snap, Abeda handles it. Back to pass, going to be pressured. He is hit by Thompson, and Thompson will bring him down. His 2nd sack of the ball game as he gets a little help from Michael Hine and also Francisco Ariola, and he'll be dropped back at the 11-yard line. 3rd sack of the ball game. The Cat defense is swarming.
Yeah, the Lovington DNO really came to play today.
2nd down and 19. Trips to the left. Single receiver to the right is Melton. Hand it off, and no room to run in the backfield. New runner in the ball game. That is Julian Opataya, and he's going to be dropped for a loss. He'll lose 3 on the play. Opataya, I'm going to mangle that young man's name, and I apologize in advance.
I think that may be how it's pronounced. Opataya. That's what it looks like.
And that's what I'm going with. Twins left, Twins right on 3rd down, and Hobbs back to pass. Abeda going to be flushed, rolls left side, fires off of his back foot, has a man wide open at the 35 to the 40 to the 50 to the 40. It is a foot race. 30, 20, 15, 10, and brought down from behind, but not before. Let's see, that's 40, 50, 60, 70, 82-yard completion to number 10, Villasenor.
Reception by Villasenor.
So Villasenor for 82 yards. Yowza, and it is 1st and goal now for the Demons.
He got left downfield with no coverage on him, and thankfully, Alec O'Gean is speedy enough to reach out, dive for a shoestring tackle, and get him before he got to the end zone.
And timeout taken by the Demons of Santa Fe. We'll just keep it right here, but the Cats getting a little bit, I think, antsy on defense and giving up the big play. That's kind of been their Achilles heel this year. They send a lot of times more people than can possibly be blocked, but that time they sent one too many, and it let Villaseñor get all the way behind the defense. If O'Gean is probably not the second fastest kid on the team, first or second, depending on how you look at it, then that is a touchdown. You've got to make sure, if you're in man or zone coverage, that you have everybody accounted for. There was not a Wildcat within 30 yards of Villaseñor. Nope. So it'll be 1st and goal. They mark him at the 7 officially. So actually that becomes an 85-yard completion. Let me change that one. So 1st and goal from the 7. Split backs in the backfield and hit in the backfield and dropped instantly as the handoff went to number 36. That is Mateo Griego.
Lost 3 yards on the play. It'll be spotted at the 10.
So -3 for Griego. So it'll be 2nd and goal from the 10. Split backs in the backfield once again. Twins right, single receiver to the left. Lovington shows blitz. High snap, keeping it himself, and creamed is Michael Abeda as coming through again. A tackle for loss. It'll be another 3-yard loss. No sack on that one because it was a designed quarterback run for Abeda. But now it's 3rd and goal from the 13-yard line. I think maybe the Lovington D a little bit embarrassed and a little bit burned and taking it out now on the Demons.
They spotted that just a little beyond the 12, so really at the 12.
3rd and goal from the 12. Abeda rolls right side, throws it back across the middle, and almost picked off. As in and out of the hands of Kyler Reeves. So the incompletion will bring up a 4th and goal from the 12, and no hesitation at all for Coach Martinez's Demons. They are going to go for it.
Good coverage by Cameron Ochoa on that as well.
They've got to get it 12 yards into the end zone. High snap, pressure comes, firing across the middle. That will be complete, and it will be a Santa Fe High touchdown as gunning that one in there to Juan Ortiz from 12 yards out. He got position on his man and takes it into the end zone, so the 12-yard touchdown from Santa Fe High cuts it down to a 9-point Lovington lead.
And, I just thought that Lovington was going to have that stop. Just looked like it until all of a sudden, there it was, so right at the end.
Now the point after to come, and they will line up to go for 2, try and cut it down to a 7-point lead. High snap, it is handled, and throwing into the corner of the end zone, and no good.
Yeah,
but Santa Fe, but a big play. Sorry, go ahead, Dawn.
Milton was the closest to that football, and he was way off.
Good pressure again for the Wildcats. 3:50 to go in the first. Lovington 15, Santa Fe 6. Back in 30 on KZOR. Welcome back to Wildcat football here on Z94 KZOR Hobbs Lovington. The Demons of Santa Fe take it 80 yards to the house. Capped off with the touchdown, the 2-point conversion, no good. Lovington up by 9, 3:50 to go here in the first, and Santa Fe will kick a little squibber into no man's land. Lovington just needs to fall on that one instead. It's going to be picked up by Gonzalez, and he'll have a good return out to the 45-yard line. Very difficult and very dangerous to try and pick that one up and run with it instead of falling on it, but it works for the Wildcats, so now it's time to see if the O can get that touchdown back that they just gave up. Again, it was the big play, and that's kind of been the Achilles heel of the Wildcats defense all season. An 85-yard pass and then the 12-yard touchdown pass for Abeda. From the shotgun, 4 receiver set. Send a man in motion. That is Thompson. Hand it to Thompson on the end around. He turns it up. He's across the 50. Gets away from a man. Goes to the outside. He's to the 40, to the 30. A foot race with Melton. 20, 15, 10, 5, and still on his feet and into the end zone. 6 on the board. Touchdown, Wildcats. 56 yards to the house, as that was all DeMarcus Thompson, the last 15 yards of it, and the Cats immediately score again.
He powered through. There were 2 Santa Fe defenders who looked like they were going to stop him, and DeMarcus he just had too much of a head of steam and refused to go down.
And Melton was hanging on to the shoulder pads for dear life.
and DeMarcus just flying with him along like baggage.
And now it'll be Caleb Aranda on for the point after, and Caleb will bang that one through with 3:32 to go in the first quarter. Lovington 21, Santa Fe 6. We'll just keep it right here. Wildcat football on Z94 KZOR Hobbs Lovington.
Wouldn't that be 22? Yeah.
Yeah, 22-6. There we go. Good math, Don. You're better than Chief Bridgeforth and me put together.
Well, I knew that
Chief
they had
did get
that
it
two-point
fixed,
conversion. I thought, wait a minute, something's not right there.
So far the Wildcat O has come out. As I take a quick look, Lovington has run 8 plays and scored 3 touchdowns.
Wow. That's some pretty good offensive production right now, and that's really good protection, and that's just great D as well.
Wyatt Gomez is 2 of 4 for 87 yards. Both of those completions for scores, a 31-yarder to Elijah Rivero on a 4th down play, and then 56 yards to DeMarcus Thompson. The other touchdown coming on their first offensive play of the game, a handoff to Alec Olguin that went 43 yards to the house. Olguin, the only ball carrier today so far for Lovington. He's got 4 carries, 74 yards. So I think he'll take 18 yards a carry, roughly.
Uh-oh, the ball falls off the tee again and blows off.
Yes, it will, as Jeremy Hernandez, the senior place kicker, going to reset that. Great to have you with us here on Z94 KZOR all over southeast New Mexico and West Texas and around the world on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com. So Remy will get the boot into it, and they're just going to watch that one go through the back of the end zone. So bring it out to the 20 again. Something tells me on this offensive possession for Santa Fe, Dawn, Lovington is not going to let a man get behind them and not have somebody within 30 yards of them.
Well, that's what happened. A lesson learned. When you get burned, you tend to not do that again. So
yeah, you would think so.
Right.
So it'll be 1st and 10 from the 20. Santa Fe trailing Lovington 22-6, 3:32 to go first quarter. It has been an offensive fest so far for the Wildcats. They'll put 4 men across the front. They'll stack 4 linebackers in. High snap, Abeda throws the wide receiver screen to Melton. It's complete at the 20. He's still on his feet as he shakes a tackle, gets it out to the 26-yard line. But then the ball pops out, and the Cats say they have it, and they do. It'll be complete to Melton, who fights it through for 6 yards, but then he coughs the ball up, and Lovington is going to be knocking on the door already. 1st and 10 from the Santa Fe 25.
Yep, nice defense. Again, except for the one play that resulted in that one Santa Fe touchdown so far. The D has been working very well from the very beginning as well of this game.
Stripped away, I think that was by Elijah Rivero on the far side, if I'm not mistaken, and it's very easily I could be. Couple of guys in the neighborhood. Sack trips to the right, single receiver to the left. Hand it off, and that'll be Garza, and he's going to just go right into the teeth of the line and not have anything doing. He's going to get maybe a yard. Tomas Martinez will bring Jaden down. It'll be a pickup of 1, 2nd down and 9.
And really, Lovington needs to take this gift. That it wasn't really a gift. They worked for it. They need to go ahead and make some points off of this turnover if they can.
Yeah, it's very important when you get a turnover to turn it into points of some way, shape, form, or fashion. Twins to the left, single receiver to the right. Garza stays in as the lone tailback. Back to pass, pump fake. Gomez goes down the right sideline trying to get Gonzalez and overthrows him, incomplete. So it'll be 3rd and 9 now for the Cats.
There was tight coverage on him by Bryce Melton, and don't know whether it was overthrown slightly or just because Melton held up Gonzalez just enough that they just couldn't make that connection.
Well, throwing with the wind at your back, it might have sailed on him just a little bit.
True,
yeah.
Very true. It is a factor today, strong enough to be a factor. We've seen it knocking the ball off of the tees so far, but yeah, it can definitely play with the ball in the air.
So it'll be 3rd down and 9, Twins left, Twins right. On the 3rd and 9, back to pass, good protection. Wyatt throws it across the middle and tries to get Garza, and it hits his hands, but he can't haul it in, as coming over was number 8. We don't have a number 8 on their roster. Was going to put the big hit on him, and so it'll be incomplete. And that'll bring up a 4th and 9 now from the 21. We do have, though, a flag on the play, and that will be declined. And I think that is the right move for Coach Martinez.
Right.
So 4th and 9 for the Wildcats, as a couple of penalties have been waved off in this one.
And I think they go for it. They're this deep in territory that if they were to turn it over, and it wouldn't be a bad thing at all. So
Yeah,
it gives them a chance to go for it. Maybe go ahead and get the first down.
Yeah,
hang on to the ball.
Pretty much no harm, no foul, as Olguin
Sure.
will check back in as the lone setback. Trips left, single receiver up to the right. Snap rolling near side. Wyatt looks, little pressure comes, fires across, and incomplete as Rivero had a step on Lujan, but just led too far, and so 3 incompletions after a 1-yard run, and it'll go over on downs to Santa Fe High. So they'll have it 1st and 10 from their own 25-yard line. Lovington forces the turnover, but comes up empty. 2.5 remaining in the first quarter, 22-6, Lovington in the lead. And so it'll be the Demons offense back out on the field. They'll spot the ball officially at the 24-yard line. So 1st and 10 from their own 24. Melton, the lone receiver, to the right side. Twins to the left. Empty set in the backfield. 2 tight ends in the ball game for protection. High snap, Abeda handles it. Lovington gets to him early, dumps it underneath, and incomplete. So it'll be 2nd down and 10. So Abeda is 3 of 5 for 105 yards. But that one is incomplete, and so it'll be 2nd and 10 from the 24. Clock stops with 2:24 remaining. Santa Fe moving a little bit quicker now. They'll send 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Lovington 4, make that 5-man across the front. Going to try and bring the pressure again. Good protection. Now it breaks down. Abeda rolls left. He's going to be pressured. He's just going to have to tuck it and run. Stretches the football out, and he's going to have a pickup of about 9. He gets it out to the 33-yard line.
Kyler Reeves forced him out of bounds.
So Reeves on the pursuit forces him out, and now it'll be 3rd down and 1 for Santa Fe. So Santa Fe looking for just their 2nd first down of the ball game. Going to come out in a 4-receiver set again from the far hash mark. High snap, it is handled. Pump fake going left, now rolling right. Looking, dumps it across the middle. Melton has it. He'll cross the 40 to the 41. We've got a flag on the play. That's in the neighborhood of holding, and it won't matter. Yep, holding on Santa Fe. So they get the first down, but it's going to move backwards. So Santa Fe, their first accepted penalty of the day, and that'll move them backwards, and we'll replay 3rd down. It'll be 3rd down and 11. So 3rd and 11 as Abeda had to get rid of that one very quickly.
He did. DeMarcus did a good job of getting out of his tackle and starting to bring the pressure. And that forced that throw. And I think it also got tipped a little. I didn't see who reached up, but I think it got tipped out of the hands of the quarterback.
So it is 10 yards from the spot, so it'll be 3rd down and 8. So it happened in front of the first down markers, and that's one of them that just drives coaches crazy. So on a 3rd down and 8 to go, it'll be a passing down. Abeda handles the high snap. Going to be pressured. He's going to roll left side. Now another flag on the play. Abeda looks, and that one is going to be out. It'll be a holding, but Lovington is going to decline it. He should have the football. Well, nope, the back judge just said he was in the motion of throwing. So incomplete. So let's see what the flag's going to be. It will be holding on Santa Fe. Is Lovington going to take it? I think they do. And nope, they are going to decline it. So they'll take the result of the play, which will be 4th down on the incomplete pass. And so punt time now for Santa Fe, just a tick under 2 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Back to receive for the Wildcats. It'll be Cameron Ochoa. Really first time we've seen him today. Got a pretty good wrap on that left leg, looks like. Good snap, and getting that one off is Melton, and he just pops it up into the wind. It's going to bounce, and oh no, it bounced off of one of the Wildcats, and it'll be Santa Fe football. As that one could not able to get out of the way of it. Christian Rodelo and it is going to be Santa Fe football. That'll be a turnover on the Wildcats, as Christian just had no idea where that football was and couldn't get away from it, and so Santa Fe handed a gift on Lovington's first turnover of the ball game.
There was such pressure on the kicker coming across. He got rid of it, but it was such a short kick that it had everybody flummoxed, I think, as to how far it had gone and where it was.
So Santa Fe gets a break. They'll have their best field position of the ball game, other than when they had it first and goal. So they'll have it at their own 37-yard line. Make that, 37. So 1st and 10 after they get a Lovington turnover. Back to pass, Abeda. He's going to be pressured, comes near side, gets away from one, fires it, and don't think the referee is an eligible receiver. He was trying to get Juan Ortiz, who caught the 12-yard touchdown earlier. Will be incomplete, and 2nd down and 10 from the 37-yard line, still inside Demon territory.
And defense was very angry on that play. They need to bring that angry intensity to every play right here and try to turn the ball back over.
2 receivers left, twins to the right as well. High snap, Abeda thinks about the option pitch, and he is going to be back to the line of scrimmage before he is swarmed under by the Wildcats, and coming out from the bottom of the pile will be Michael Hine. No gain on the play.
51 all early on that, and a 31 as well, which is Clayton, Elon Clayton.
So now it'll be 3rd down and 10 for Santa Fe. They're going to put 3 receivers to the left side this time. Single receiver down to the right. Man coverage look for the Wildcats. High snap again. Abeda throws the wide receiver screen to Ortiz, far side, and he'll have it, but no gain as Lovington sniffed that one out. So complete to Ortiz for no gain, and it'll be 4th down and 10, punt time for Santa Fe.
Yeah, good defense again right there, and there was such a pile and so many bodies in front of me between. I couldn't catch who were the first on that play.
Lovington looks like they're going to bring the house once again. Melton gets off a short one, and they're telling, and you can hear Lovington hollering, get away from it, get off of it, as it'll be another short punt, and it's going to be shy of the 50. It'll be Lovington football, 1st and 10 from the Santa Fe 48-yard line, so just a 10-yard punt. And over to the Wildcats now with 35 seconds to go, first quarter. Of course, after today for the Wildcats, they have the bye week next week before we are back here at the friendly confines for the district opener against the Spartans of Bernalillo. But you can't worry about that. You got to worry about what's going on here today, as Coach Gonzalez was definitely barking on the sidelines down there. So 1st and 10 for the offense. Lovington takes back over. Rivero in as the tight end on the left side. Back to pass. Wyatt throws it to the right. Has a man. That is Cesar Gonzalez, and he's going to have an 11-yard gain, but he is met in a sandwich by Aaron Baca and Hank Clement. But it's still good for 11 yards and move the chains. 1st down, Wildcats. 98 yards through the air for Wyatt Gomez. 1st and 10. From the Santa Fe 38, make it the 37. Twins to the left, single receiver to the right, 2 tight ends in the ball game. Wyatt, good snap. Goes over the top, has DeMarcus, and that had 6 all over it. DeMarcus knew it, but was running before he had it. So incomplete. And so it'll be 2nd down and 10. DeMarcus had gotten behind his defenders, and it was Villaseñor and Melton defending on the near side, but started running before he had control of it. So incomplete. It'll be 2nd and 10.
And nobody's going to feel worse about that than Thompson, but gives him a chance to make up for it. Don't worry.
DeMarcus already with a catch for a touchdown that went 56 yards.
Oh, yeah.
And DeMarcus will be the solo receiver splitting to the left side this time. Deep back is Olguin. Hand it to Alec, and he's just going to go right into the teeth of the line. Gets through and is going to somehow wind up with a 4-yard gain, as he was dragging a couple of demons with him, including Gabriel Lujan and Mateo Grigo. So it's a 4-yard gain. It'll be 3rd and 6 when we come back for the second quarter. It is Lovington 22, Santa Fe 6. We're back in a minute on KZOR. Here for the start of the second quarter. Wildcats are ready to go, leading this one 22-6, but a third down and 6 faces them. The ref says, okay, let's play, boys. And Wyatt back to pass, throws it across the middle, has Rivero at the 25. Makes a man miss, spins out of a move at the 20, and then down to the 15-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 18 and move the chains. First down, Cats inside the red zone.
And he was able to get rid of that very quickly. And Rivero ran the route fast, was there waiting for it. Good throw, good catch, and a nice gain for Lovington.
116 through the air for Wyatt Gomez. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 14, make that the 16, 17-yard line. Stupid bifocals. 1st and 10 from the 17. Back to pass. Throwing it across the middle, and Rivero at the 10, and he'll get it down inside the 10 to about the 8-yard line. Had to climb the ladder to get to that one. It'll be a 9-yard completion, 2nd and 1.
When that ball was in the air, I thought, there's nobody there. And then leaping up out of nowhere, Rivero grabbed it, came down, held on to it, and again a nice gain for Lovington.
Coming out of the left slot, so 2 completions back-to-back to Rivero. So it'll be 2nd down and 1 inside the 10-yard line. Put Rivero and Thompson on the left. Thompson, and they're just going to line them up. As Wyatt keeps it, the option pitch to the far side. Olguin tries to reverse his field. Yeah, that's not going to work too good. He'll be back at the line, but nothing doing. No gain for Alec as a host of demons taking him down, including
36.
David Jones and Mateo Grigo.
Yeah.
So it'll be 3rd down now, actually a big loss. So it's going to be a loss of 4 on the play. So now it'll be 3rd down and 6 for the Wildcats. Inside the 15-yard line, 3rd and 6. I'm not sure why Alec tried to cut that one back. He had running room if he'd have just kept sweeping out. Low snap, Wyatt handles it. Gomez to pass all day. Now lets it fly, goes to the end zone, and at the goal line, it'll be a completion.
As that's Kyler Reeves.
Kyler Reeves, his first catch of the year. So Reeves will have it. It'll be a 13-yard completion, and it'll be 1st and goal for the Wildcats from the 2-yard line. So
he just wasn't able to keep forward momentum. When he caught that ball, he was leaned back, and so he lost just a yard or two in that. But hey, you will take the completion, and now the 1st and goal. If they can just punch it in from right here, that's what we need.
16 yards officially on the completion, so 1st and goal from the 2. Gomez hands it off to Garza, and nope, keeping it, and a late pitch and into the end zone. 6 on the board. Touchdown for the Wildcats. As was that, who got that touchdown, Don? I couldn't see the
pitch. There
pitch.
were too many bodies.
And actually Wyatt takes it in himself from 2 yards out. So the touchdown for the Wildcats. They go up 28-6, 9.5 to go in the first half. Go on to attempt the extra point. It'll be Aranda. Out of the hold of Olguin. The kick is up and spins into the wind and is good. So 9.5 remaining in the first half. Lovington 29, Santa Fe 6. We're back in 30 seconds on KZOR. The Wildcats will get another score, this time a 2-yard quarterback keeper for Wyatt Gomez. The point after is good, and 9:33 to go first half. Lovington extends their lead out to 23. It's a 29-6 score. I'm TJ Miracle, high above Wildcat Stadium. Don Morgan on the blue turf at Brian Urlacher Field. Evie Stuber in studio engineering and producing. And Brad Anderson running the camera for us on HobbsAmerica.com. And the Lovington Sports YouTube channel. Beautiful Saturday afternoon for football. This one delayed from last night because of the worst lightning storm in about a decade. One that just kept going and going and going. But now we're going and going and going. A little football action here this afternoon. So it'll be Remy Hernandez to kick it away. This will be the first time he's kicked it to the south end zone as Remy will kick that one. It is a high floater into the wind. That one going to bounce. Off the bounce, Melton picks it up at the 15, brings it out across the 20, down to the 22-yard line. Pardon me, that was Echo Friday. From the 22-yard line, that'll be where Santa Fe will have it, 1st and 10. Trying to get back into this one, Lovington with the 23-point lead. Lovington's defense has already sacked Michael Abeyta 3 times in the ball game. Has not had a lot of time, but Abeyta's burned him on a couple of long passes. Going to send 3 receivers to the left, single man up to the right. Back in the backfield is Alex Mora. As we've got a very late substitution checking in for Santa Fe. Nope, they hold him off. Play clock clicks down to 3-2 and hand it off. Coming around to the near side and getting away from 1, getting away from 2. It'll be a pickup of 4 for Opatia. It'll be 2nd down and 6. We do have a flag on the play. Well, let's see what the white hat says. Normally that's a hold. I'm betting on Santa Fe. Is it going to be a defensive hold? Because they're pointing. Nope. Holding on Santa Fe. Yep, so that'll be the 2nd accepted penalty against the Demons. So move them back and reset 1st down, but it'll be 1st and 20 now. Or 1st and about 16, because it'll be right from the line of scrimmage. So 2nd and 16, we'll call it. I don't know why they still have 1st on the sticks. It should be 2nd and 16 from inside the 25 at the 24-yard line. And I think Coach G asking the same question, why do they have 1st down up there when it should be 2nd? No, it should be 1st. That's right. I'm confused, but I am easily confused. Don't believe me? Just ask Dawn. So a high snap, and it is handed off to Opati, and he's going to be knifed down behind the line. Good job by the Wildcat defense. Good penetration on that left side of the line. As
it
they
was
had
immediate.
They had Opatia's number.
Helping him up, I can see, who was that? And 31, it was Clayton.
And back to pass on a quick snap. As going is Abeyta. He's running for his life, and he is going to be sacked back at the 10. Another sack as the ball is out, but they're going to say he was down before he got it, as the big pursuit by Patrick Sanchez and DeMarcus Thompson. That'll be a 14-yard sack on Abeyta. Yowza, yowza, yowza. And so it'll be 3rd down and Tatum, basically, for Santa Fe, as they're going to the hurry up, and they're going to throw the screen to the far side, complete to Ortiz. Makes a man miss at the 10, to the 15, to the 20. Still on his feet out across the 30. And he gets back all the penalty yardage and then some as he crosses the 30 to the 31-yard line. It'll be a 21-yard completion. But it's still 4th down and a long way to go for Santa Fe. 126 through the air for Abeyta. And that really just a case of Lovington doing a little bit of over pursuit now. They will go for it. I think this is a dangerous 4th down.
That was Christian Rodello on the takedown there.
4th down and 6 on a dangerous 4th and 6. They tried the hard count. Lovington not biting on it. And I think Santa Fe's going to go ahead and go for it. The pressure comes. Abeyta lets it fly, and Lovington, incomplete, will have a gift of field position after the failed 4th down conversion deep inside Santa Fe territory.
Really good pressure by Sanchez and Thompson back there again.
So it'll be Lovington 1st and 10 from the Santa Fe 31. I'm not sure what Coach Martinez was thinking right there, but he has basically given the Lovington offense, which really Santa Fe has had trouble stopping when they've had the first team in there, a gift of great field position. Already a 23-point lead with 7.5 to go here in the first half. 29-6 the score. Wyatt Gomez is the quarterback. Alec Olguin is the running back. Send a man in motion. Sanchez back to pass. Gomez fires it. That one a dangerous pass, but it'll be complete inside the 20, down to the 15-yard line to Alec Olguin. So 18 yards to Olguin and move the chains. 1st down Wildcats.
And to thread the needle on that, and Olguin just kind of stepped up in between 2 Santa Fe guys. And in the
how David Jones did not wind up with that in his hands, I'm still trying to figure out. So inside the Santa Fe red zone, 1st and 10 after the 18-yard completion.
Olguin is able to get into tight spaces, small places.
Trips to the right on an empty set in the backfield. Marquez in motion from the right to the left. Come over to the left tight end position. Good snap. Actually, it'll be a Wildcat this time, as that one is going to be snapped.
Gutierrez.
So Gutierrez on the Wildcat. He'll get a couple of yards out of it.
A couple of tough yards. Took some good big hits there.
Of course, normally Cam and Ochoa running the Wildcat, but I know Cam a little banged up. He is out there and has been in on some special teams plays, but hasn't done the majority of the running. Alec Olguin has taken that responsibility on. So Wyatt back in the game on a 2nd down and 8, 6.5 remaining first half. Twins left, Twins right. Deep back is Olguin as they stack them up left and right. Waiting on the snap, Wyatt will get it. Hand it off. Olguin is going to be hit at the line and driven backwards. Tomas Martinez has good push up the middle for Santa Fe there. Actually, Alec going to lose a yard on the play, so now it'll be 3rd down and 9.
Yeah,
Alex lost 5 yards on his last 2 carries.
And Griego and Guerra really sniffed that out early for Santa Fe.
So now it'll be 3rd down and a short 10, a long 9 for the Wildcats from the Santa Fe 18-yard line. Wyatt points out the protections. Back to pass. No pressure, has time. Still with time, comes across his body to the back of the end zone, a fight for it, and we've got a flag on the play, and coming up with it is going to be, that'll be Anson Marquez. So put 6 on the board, tentatively touchdown Wildcats, but we've got a flag on the play. Those guys were fighting for it. I think we might have a pass interference. The question is, who's it going to be on?
And Marquez looked like he was down when he caught the ball, but he caught it.
They called a PI, actually pass interference on defense, but they wave it off. They decline it, so they'll take the 18-yard touchdown to Anson Marquez. 35-6 the score, the point after to come. Aranda will kick it through, and that's a helicopter to the left, but it'll find its way through. 5:29 to go in the first half. Lovington 36, Santa Fe 6. We are back in 30 seconds on KZOR. Back here in Lovington as the Wildcats take advantage of a short field and cash it in. Wyatt Gomez 18 yards to a sliding Anson Marquez. The point after by Aranda is good. And Lovington in control of this one, up by 30 with 5:29 to go in the first half.
Yeah, Marquez had slid, but his upper body was still above the turf, and that's what he caught it with and stayed up when he did and kept control of it.
So Lovington will kick it away again. A chance to get this one into running clock in the second half if the defense can continue to step up. So Hernandez handling the kickoff duties as Remy to kick it from the left to the right. He'll boot that one. It is a high end-over-ender into the blue sky as Melton gets it at the 15. On the near side, comes back to the 20, a little high step to the 24-yard line, where he's knifed down by a host of Wildcats being led by Bronx Areola.
Yep.
So it'll be 1st and 10 from the 25. Also in on that stop was Justin Allen. So spot the ball at the 24-yard line, 1st and 10 for Santa Fe. Lovington up 36-6 in this one. The defense going to continue to try and cruise on through. 4 sacks in the first half for the Wildcat D as Abeda hadn't had a whole lot of time but still has 126 through the air. High snap, he'll handle it. Hand it off to Tapatia and nothing to do, or Opatia. Nothing to do there as he's going to lose 1, 2, 3, 4 yards. So Opatia moving backwards, 3 carries, -7 yards.
I believe that was Kyler Reeves again making that stop.
Kyler having a whale of a ball game.
Patrick Sanchez up there.
So 2nd down and 14. Clock ticks under 5 to go. High snap of Beta with it. Throws it, and it'll be complete, but the knee on the ground. So they get the 4-yard completion.
To number 88.
And I'm looking for that real quick. Down at the bottom, that's Nathan Christensen.
Yep. I couldn't get my...
So 4 yards to Christensen, 3rd down and 10. Pressure comes on the backside, firing it, and in and out of the hands of Villasenor, who got behind everybody again. And fortunately, the backside pressure coming from Kyler Reeves, forcing Michael Abeta to have to throw it before he wanted to, or that is 6 on the board.
Yeah,
Lovington cannot lose Villasenor like that. They have twice in the game. They burned him once, but almost burned him twice. So Lovington dodges a bullet, and it'll be 4th and 10, punt time for Santa Fe.
He is very, very quick.
So Melton back to punt. Good snap this time, and that one is going to be blocked. It is going to be a bouncer, and it's going to continue to bounce. So actually, I think they're going to say it didn't get partially blocked as Santa Fe waving the ball, tried to put a little more wind on it as Tomas Martinez. I'm not sure I've ever seen that before, but it's a good punt, and I'm glad it wasn't blocked, or it would be Santa Fe football. We already had that happen once, where an inadvertent touch turned into a turnover. So Lovington will have it 1st and 10 from their own 39-yard line. 4:15 remaining in the first half. Both teams still with all 3 timeouts. Lovington going to stack 2, make that 3 tight ends on the left side. Single receiver, and they will pitch it. Alec O'Gean, he's going to go to that left side, cuts it out. He's across the 40, across the 45. It'll be a pickup of 7 for Alec.
Just banging through.
Yes, he did. So took it to the left side. O'Gean, 8 carries, 80 yards, averaging 10 yards a touch. That ain't a bad average. That math is so easy, even I can do it. So 2nd down and 3 for the Wildcats. Don't have to be in any hurry here. 3:45 to go, first half. 20 seconds remaining on the play clock. Send Marquez by himself wide to the right. It'll be a single-man coverage with twins to the left. Hand it to O'Gean, and he's just going to go right up the gut and get it to the 50-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4 and move the chains. First down, Wildcats.
And I think if you're Lovington, you just hang on to the ball. You just move forward. You don't worry about the clock. You just eat a little on your way to the end zone. Maybe try to punch it in
John
right before
Ticho and Andres Montoya on the stop for Santa Fe. So from right at midfield, 1st down and 10, and Lovington will have the ball to start the second half.
Yep.
4 receivers set, 2 to the left, 2 to the right. From right at midfield, the hard count, and
jump.
Santa Fe jumps. And let's see if it's false start. Nope, it'll be offside, so they did get Santa Fe to jump, so give them a free 5 yards. That is the 3rd penalty against Santa Fe for 25 yards. Now 1st and 5 inside Santa Fe territory from the Demon 45-yard line.
Rivero and Gonzalez check in for Lovington.
Just noticed Ryan Weiser's out there again today, so good to see him back. He's been out injured first 6 games of the season.
Yeah, he was not expected to come in till October, so this is it's a good game for him to come back.
Twins left, twins right in the stack formation. They're going to throw the wide receiver screen to Gonzalez. He'll have it. He's across the 40, tippy-toes the sideline, and he'll step out at the 37-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 8 and move the chains. First down, Wildcats. 2nd catch of the night, or rather afternoon, for Gonzalez. 185 through the air for Wyatt. 1st and 10 for the Cats. They've got 8 first downs in the first half. But with stepping out of bounds, that will stop the clock from the near hash mark. Send Ribeiro and Thompson wide to the left. And you're going to have Gonzalez and Sanchez near side. Single back in the backfield is Garza. Low snap. Gomez handles it, fires it near side, tippy-toeing, and putting it down is Gonzalez again inside the 35 to about the 33-yard line. So that'll be a pickup of 5 to Cesar. And it'll be 2nd down and 5. Clock stops with 2:41. Great to have you with us. Of course, we've got your Bob's Thriftway Coaches Conversation and your Lovington Auto Supply Napa Know-How halftime show coming up. With stacks left and right. Gomez back to pass. Looks left, fires left, puts it up. That is a floater, and Thompson had to almost turn into defender on that as he goes over the back of David Jones and still almost comes down with it.
Right.
Fortunately, it's going to be incomplete, and it'll be a 3rd down and 5 for the Cats.
I think you just try to get the first down here. Just get the yardage you need.
Yeah, you
run.
Still got time. If Lovington can punch it in here, of course, that would get us to running clock time. It's just stack them left and stack them right. Good snap. Gomez near side has Gonzalez all by himself at the 30 to the 20. Gets out of a man to the 10, 5, put it in the end zone, 6 on the board. Touchdown Wildcats. 32 yards to the house. Cesar Gonzalez. And the Cats will take the 42-6 lead. Still 2:20 to go here in this first half. All Lovington in this one.
He stepped right around Mero, and he also had Serrano in front of him right around. He just stepped around him and kept going for the end zone.
So the point after to come. It'll be Aranda out of the hold of Olguin. Snap is low, but Alec gets it down, and Aranda bangs it through good with 2:23 remaining in the first half. Lovington 43, Santa Fe 6. We're back in 30 seconds on KZOR. The Wildcats will march it down the field and punch it in on a 32-yard completion from Wyatt Gomez to Cesar Gonzalez. And with 2:20, the point after good, and with 2:23 remaining in the first half, all Lovington in this one, 43-6. It'll be running clock time for the remainder of the game. Don Morgan patrolling the blue turf at Brian Urlacher Field. I'm TJ Miracle high above Wildcat Stadium. Brad Henderson running the camera for HobbsAmerica.com and the Lovington Sports YouTube channel. Please subscribe, by the way. And Evie Stuber running the three-ring circus. That is One Radio Square in the KZOR studios. So Remy Hernandez will tee it up and boot it away. And puts it high end over ender as Melton going to watch that one bounce, and then it'll go out inside the 10, but that'll be a procedure penalty. If I'm Santa Fe, I'm taking this one at the 35. I am not making Lovington re-kick it, and that's exactly what they're doing.
Yeah, I think so.
So it will be a penalty on Lovington. So the touchback, instead of being at the 20, will be at the 35. So move them out to the Santa Fe 35. That's where they'll have it first down and 10. I don't know why they have not started the clock yet, because it is running clock time. Anytime you go up by 35 at any point in the game, it's running clock. It's 50 points anytime the first half. Villasenor on the end around, and he's tripped up at the line. Good pursuit by DeMarcus Thompson and Cesar Gonzalez. Villasenor takes it around, but is tripped up and will fall forward for about a 1-yard gain. 2nd down and 9. So 2nd down and 9. Santa Fe as Lovington shows blitz. Coming to the near side and overthrowing Villasenor is good coverage, as right on the back of him, Elon Clayton would have absolutely creamed him had he grabbed that one. So, yep, now they've got clock moving. 1:50 to go here in the first half. If you're Lovington, you got 3 timeouts. Do you think about using one of them here? Maybe after 3rd down?
Maybe.
So a good snap, back to pass. Abeta pressured, hit as he throws, goes down the seam and incomplete.
I guess he was definitely trying for Villasenor again, although way off the mark.
Yeah, well, not much he could do there, as coming up the backside and hitting him just as he throws it is DeMarcus Thompson, and Lovington will call the timeout. I think that's a smart timeout. It'll be 4th down and 9. You've got to think it'll be punt time for Coach Andrew Martinez and his Demons. Lovington would like to punch another one in here before the half, because then it would be 40, I mean, they could get this up to a 43-point lead going into the half, and then they'll have the ball to start the second half.
Right.
So they could end this one, you know, potentially on the first drive of the second half if they can score again. Now the question is, though, when will Coach G call off the dogs and put in the second string. Might see that here, potentially. Or he might be thinking, let's get out of here as quick as we can. And
yeah, I don't think he puts him in until after the half.
And it'll be a low snap, and number 8 going to just have to go far side, and he is going to be sacked, and he will be down back at the 30-yard line. And we don't have a number 8 on our roster. That may be Lerma, because I have not seen a number 7. So I'm thinking that may be Lerma. Kyler Reeves on the tackle, but let's see what as the head official and the side judge are very adamantly arguing their points, and it'll be personal foul on Lovington. It'll be a horse collar on the Cats, and that's 15 yards and an automatic first down. So the 15-yard horse collar, yeah. Yeah,
instead of getting the ball back, now Santa Fe's got it.
Yeah, they'll have it first down and 10. Wow, it's not I thought for sure that was an automatic first down. It'll be fourth down and less than a yard. Yeah, it will be.
Okay.
Yeah, so it'll be first down. That's just the second first down of the game for Santa Fe. They'll have it at the Wildcat 45, 1:09 to go here in the half, but a new set of downs to work with. Hand it off, and nowhere to go there for Opatia, as he is going to be hit at the line, falls forward for a yard.
That was DeMarcus Thompson on that stop.
And Opatia is down, and he is not feeling good. Lovington will take another timeout with 52 seconds to go, as the Cats have been putting the boom down on Santa Fe, but we've got the injury out there. So we'll take an injury timeout with 52 seconds to go first half. This is Wildcat football. Welcome back to Wildcat football. Opatia is up under his own power. I think he probably just got the wind knocked out of him, as he got absolutely drilled by Christian Rodello and also by Francisco Areola. Those are two kids I wouldn't want hitting me full steam. So second down and 9 out of the injury timeout. Santa Fe with twins to the left, twins to the right. Back to pass. Pressure comes, picking up the block, and a flag gonna fly, as that'll be a hold. But if I'm Lovington, I'm declining this one. That is another sack for the Wildcats, but let's see for sure before I mark it down. Should have stopped the clock. They did. And it will be holding on Santa Fe. Yep. And is Lovington going to accept the penalty? That's the question. And nope, it will be declined. So that'll be another sack. That'll be another 5-yard, make it a 4-yard sack. That is the 5th sack of the afternoon. So now it'll be third down and 14. They'll throw the wide receiver screen. That'll be complete. Back up to the original line of scrimmage. A 4-yard completion to Ortiz. He's got 4 catches for 37 yards, and Lovington should take the time out here. Nope, they're not going to, so fourth down and a long way to go. And another sack as DeMarcus Thompson comes through, and that'll be the 6th sack of the first half. DeMarcus Thompson with his 4th one. If that's a defensive penalty, yep, Lovington going to decline it, and they will take the result of the penalty. And so that is the end of the first half. Lovington leading this one 43-6. Have your Bob Thriftway Coaches Conversation coming up here momentarily. Dawn Morgan with Coach G. And Dawn, take it away.
Hey, Coach. Wow, a lot to like on the scoreboard and out of that first half. Nice lead going into half with the ball coming out. You'll have possession. But what did you think about the first half?
Pretty sloppy on our part. I mean, we've got some penalties that, I mean, those are things that we can control. There's effort penalties, and then there's penalties where we got to take care of our job and do our job. We didn't do a very good job of that. But we have forced some turnovers, forced them to get rid of it early on their punt. And offense right now, really, really explosive plays. I don't like getting put into a fourth down situation, but we're doing a good job of converting on fourth down. So handling the change better than I expected. You know, I was a little bit concerned about that. We were supposed to play last night. Now we're playing during the day, but this has been good for our team. They've overcome some things early on, and so we just got to come out here and finish in the second half.
Got homecoming festivities at the half, and with the ball, when you get back out here, what's the big message for the second half going to be?
Finish.
Yeah, all right.
Finish.
All right.
Don Morgan with Coach Gonzalez, our Bob Thriftway Coaches conversation. We will take the timeout, come back with your Lovington Auto Supply Napa Know-How halftime show. Wildcat football continues in a moment on KZOR. Welcome back to Lovington Wildcat Football here on Z94 KZOR. This is your Lovington Auto Supply Napa Know-How halftime show from Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. Hey, you know you're going to need the Napa Know-How for your car at some point. Well, get it from the good folks at Lovington Auto Supply. Lovington Auto Supply and Napa, get up and go. And the Wildcats have gotten up and gone here at Homecoming 2023. As they are taking it to Santa Fe right now, 43-6, a game, of course, which was originally scheduled for last night, but Mother Nature, of course, deciding that, well, they would rather be played today. Let's go ahead and take a look at the numbers in the first half. We will start with Santa Fe as their quarterback, Michael Abeda, goes 7 of 15 for 134 yards, 1 touchdown, and no interceptions. That touchdown, a 12-yard strike to Juan Ortiz that would set up by blown coverage, but still credit where credit is due to Villaseñor, who got an 85-yard completion down there. That's where most of the yardage has come, but Villaseñor, 1 catch, 85 yards. He's the leading receiver. Juan Ortiz, 4 catches, 37 yards, including that 12-yard touchdown for Santa Fe. It has been rough going. And actually, I did some math wrong, so I'm going to have to work on that just momentarily. There we go. So their leading rusher right now is Villaseñor. He has 1 yard. That's right, Villaseñor, 1 carry, 1 yard. He is the leading rusher for Santa Fe. Michael Abeda has carried it 11 times, negative 23 yards. He was sacked 6 times in that first half. The Wildcat line absolutely eating his lunch up. So when you look at it collectively, it's 134 through the air, negative 31 on the ground, 104 total yards. That's it for Santa Fe, and of that 104, 85 of them came on that one big play. They were whistled 3 times for 25 penalties. They scored 6 points in the first, none in the second. That's how they get to their 6 on the board, and they only had 2 first downs in that first half, and they did turn the ball over 1 time. Turning the page for your Lovington Wildcats, Wyatt Gomez, 11 of 18 for 222 yards, 4 touchdowns, and no INTs in the first half. 4 different receivers catching those touchdowns. Leading receiver right now is Elijah Rivero, 3 catches, 58 yards, including a 31-yard touchdown catch. 4 catches for Cesar Gonzalez for 55 yards, including a 32-yard touchdown reception. DeMarcus Thompson, only 1 catch, but it was a biggie, 56 yards to the house. Anson Marquez, only 1 catch, but it was 18 yards to the house. So that's the 4 touchdowns for the Wildcats through the air. On the ground, Alec Olguin, 9 carries, 84 yards. Took the first touch of the ball game, 43 yards to the house. So he has a rushing touchdown. Wyatt Gomez also with a rushing touchdown. He has 1 carry for 2 yards. 222 through the air, 89 on the ground, 311 total yards for Lovington in the first half. They were whistled twice for 25 yards. Scored 22 in the first, 21 in the second. That's how they get to their 43 on the board. 8 first downs for the Wildcats in the first half. So really just a dominant performance for Lovington in the first half today as they take the 43-6 lead into the half. It will be running clock as we get to the second half, and should be pretty quick as Lovington will have possession first in the half. We'll take a timeout, come back and continue with your Lovington Auto Supply Napa Know-How halftime show. Wildcat football continues in a moment on KZOR. Back here at Wildcat Stadium, this is your Lovington Auto Supply Napa Know-How halftime show with Dawn Morgan patrolling the blue turf at Brian Urlacher Field. I'm TJ Miracle. So the Cats in control of this one, 43-6, as the homecoming king and queen being announced down at the 50-yard line. So Lovington Auto Supply Napa Know-How, keys to the second half, Dawn.
Well, Lovington has got it well in hand if they just come out and continue to play in a poised, focused manner. They've been pretty good. They've had just a couple three errors, three mistakes that were costly, but at least not so costly that it cost them even the threat of a lead change at all. It just cost them the possession of the ball and maybe a continued first down. Just 2 or 3 mistakes that I'm sure the coach was talking about when he was talking about cleaning some things up for the second half and wanting to to talk to the team and improve a couple of 3 things. So they just have, to make sure that they come out here and stay focused and play well. If they can be intent on just putting the game away early, I think that's what they want to do after this game today, which was supposed to have been last night, and now, being played and having the team, have to stay, the opposing team staying tonight and to stay pumped and ready all this time for your game, especially your homecoming game. It's been tough. So I think they probably want to just come out and just try to put the game away as quickly as they can, I think, and can't look into the crystal ball and know exactly what the coach is going to do, but I think they probably just want to go ahead and try to go ahead and just play like they played in the first half, with the exception of a couple 3 mistakes, mental errors and things, and just go ahead and finish it off. As the coach said, finish. That's all he wants to do. He wants to have this team finish on top, and then have a couple of weeks because they have a bye coming up and get ready for the start of district season.
Yeah, that's right. District, of course, will be starting back up after the bye week. Starting up after the bye week. I believe it's Bernalillo coming to town, as we'll be back here in a couple of weeks, a couple of Fridays from now here. And Wyatt Gomez and Ava Gomez named the homecoming king and queen, respectively, here. So congratulations to them. I'm sure that Coach G would probably rather that Wyatt had been in the locker room, but he'll head back in and he'll go over what he needs to go over with the coaching staff.
Yeah, he's having a pretty good first half, so,
Yeah, 11 of 18, 222 and 4 TDs. Not too bad. I would be willing to bet you, just clean up those mistakes that you had in that first half and do what you do. I would imagine that Lovington, since they will have the ball to start the second half, will keep the starters out there for that first possession, and then I would be willing to bet that we probably see the second and third string come in to try and put one on the board, just get them a little experience and a little bit of homecoming atmosphere. Pretty good crowd on hand today, even though, of course, a lot of things going on a Saturday that didn't happen on Friday night. The Big Blue Band not able to be here today. They're in competition today out of town, and best of luck to them. And not a lot of folks from Santa Fe making the trip either. So we're grateful if they're watching on Hobbs America and the Lovington Sports YouTube channel.
Yeah, absolutely. And some of them might have had to drive back last night or early this morning, might not have had the option. Maybe they were here and ready for the game last night, but because of work and family commitments, other things, they had to go back and they couldn't stay to watch the team play. And that's tough too. This is one of those situations that doesn't happen very often in high school football. So hey, this is the first time I think that this has happened the way it happened since we've been calling Lovington, right?
Yeah, it's the first one I remember in a long, long, long time. And, we've been doing Lovington, gosh, I guess this is probably our 10th year now where we've done the whole season. So.
Sure. And you were doing Lovington even before. And, I know that the Big Blue Band was disappointed because they were going to debut their full-length halftime show, front to back, in their new uniforms, and that was going to be their final tune-up before having to go to competition today. So I know that was a disappointment for them, that they were going to be able to do that, to show off that that program to the hometown crowd and show off their uniforms, and also use it to as a launching pad, to get into that competition today, which I hope that they have done well or are doing well in that as well. And I don't know if that's the one in Midland. I have a feeling that might be the one. I know Midland was hosting a marching band competition today, so that might be where they are. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I did get a press release on that, and I don't remember Lovington being on that, but I know there are competitions going on all over the place.
All over the place, sure, in New Mexico and Texas. But,
yes, there is.
Yeah, with Lovington's going to be with the ball first possession here and running clock. And as we saw, as we have seen earlier this season, running clock in that second half makes it go very, very quickly. If they can continue and maintain enough of a lead to keep the clock running, no matter what they do in terms of second string, third string, younger players, yada, yada, it's going to go fast.
Yes, it is, and that'll put a wrap on your Lovington Auto Supply Napa Know-How halftime show from Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. When you need the Napa Know-How for your vehicle, and you're going to, get it from the good folks at Lovington Auto Supply. Napa and Lovington Auto Supply, get up and go. And when we get back, we'll have the kickoff to the second half. It's all Wildcats in this one. Lovington 43, Santa Fe 6. Wildcat football continues in a moment on Z94 KZOR Hobbs Lovington. Back here at Wildcat Stadium, getting ready for the start of the second half of this one. Lovington all over Santa Fe, 43-6. Homecoming 2023 from high above Wildcat Stadium. I'm TJ Miracle. Don Morgan on the blue turf of Brian Urlacher Field. Evie Stuber in studio engineering and producing. And Brant Anderson running the camera for us on HobbsAmerica.com and the Lovington Sports YouTube channel. So Lerma will tee it up and kick it away. And it will be running clock. It'll be a low squibber that's going to be fielded on the bounce at the 20. That is Gonzalez. Brings it across the 30 to the 35, cuts it back across the 40 up to the 42-yard line before he is hit from behind by Christensen. Good pursuit there from Christensen, but good field position for Lovington to start this second half. 43-6 the score, and it will be the starters at least for this first possession of the half. So the Wildcats going to try and stretch this one up. So empty set in the backfield, send trips to the left, twins to the right. Gomez with the hard count, and Santa Fe gonna jump. And getting a little push off there is like Gallardo going down. And will it be, yep, it'll be offsides on Santa Fe. So it's really Santa Fe nothing going their way. The fourth penalty on them for 30 yards, move it up 5. So it'll be first down and 5 now from the Wildcat 47. 1 minute gone here in the third quarter. Of course, running clock. Now switch it around, send 3 receivers to the right, twins to the left. In the slot, Rivero. Now they're going to move Olguin to the left shoulder of the quarterback, Gonzalez, and Alec with it.
Good fake.
And no, it's actually going to be Wyatt keeping himself. He's got room. He's to the 40, to the 30, 20, 15, 10, 5. One man to beat, 6 on the board. Touchdown, Wildcats. 53 yards. Wyatt Gomez will take it to the house. And the Wildcats continue to roll as the second half starts just like the first, a long run for the touchdown.
It was a masterful fake. I think you heard me say good fake. Right as I saw, Alec did not have the ball, but everybody else bid on it. And, man, that was whoever called for that quarterback keeper, design quarterback keeper, it was great and well executed.
Well, I happened to notice Josh Faith, Caden Bailey, and also Josh Bailey all high-fiving and then the jumping chest bump. So I think between them, they probably came up with that and cooked it up themselves, as the point after is up and it is good. So, no good, pardon me. So 49-6 is the score.
Yeah,
we'll just keep it. Yeah, we'll just keep it right here.
Yeah, it went just wide to the left.
So the Wildcats in control of this one, and so now they are 7 points away from calling it a 50-point skunking. Of course, we got to say a big thanks to our friends at Lovington Auto Supply, Lovington Schools, Bob Thriftway, Lee County Electric Cooperative, Man Welding, Stone Oilfield Services, Eunice Pump and Supply, Davin Energy, CYA Trucking, and Eastern New Mexico. That's CYA Trucking Insurance and Eastern New Mexico University. Of course, don't forget, at the conclusion of today's game, we will have your Davin Energy postgame show, highlighted by your Bob Thriftway postgame coaches conversation, Dawn Morgan and Coach G. Of course, you can hear that here on Z94 and also watch it on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel, HobbsAmerica.com, and the KZOR Facebook page. So teed up and sent away by the Wildcat staff, and that one is going to go out of bounds, and Santa Fe is going to take it at the 35 as sent out of bounds by Remy Hernandez, the senior place kicker. And yeah, Santa Fe is going to say, yep, we'll just take it at the 35, try and keep the disaster to a minimum here. So as soon as they get the ball set, they will wind the clock. 10.5 to go here in the third quarter. All Wildcats in this one up by 43. They're going to split trips to the right side, one to the left, 4 receivers set. Abeda calls for it, high snap. Now he's going to throw the screen, gets it to Villasenor, and he's going to get across the 40 and still fighting. No quitting that kid, as he's going to have a 7-yard completion, his second catch of the ball game for 92 yards. And it'll be a 2nd down and 3. 141 through the air for Abeda. On 2nd and 3, clock continues to move. Twins left, twins right. Lovington shows blitz. Abeda back to pass, lets it fly. Going down and overthrowing his intended target was Juan Ortiz, and another number 3, that was Gonzalez, on him very tight, but overthrown, incomplete. 3rd and 3.
3 on 3 there.
And those are the numbers on the jerseys, not the reflection of a 3-on-3 football game.
No.
So on 3rd down and 3 to go, 9. There's a lot of 3s all of a sudden popping up in our world. Abeda with it. Pressure comes, and the ball is out. It is on the turf, and Mad scrambled for it, and I think DeMarcus Thompson, did he get it back? Yes, he did. It'll be Lovington football as another sack as Abeda goes down, so he's going to lose 18 yards. It'll be the 7th sack of the day, and Lovington has the football deep inside Santa Fe territory after they force the second turnover.
They're going to spot it right on the 25.
So Abeda has lost 41 yards in the ball game on 7 sacks. So 1st and 10 from the 25, and it will be Wyatt Gomez out. Lovington's going to try and put paid to this one right now. Going to put in the 2nd string receiving core, but it'll still be Gomez pulling the trigger. Good snap, throw it. That is Cesar Gonzalez. It's not all the 2nd string. He makes a man miss, makes him look silly. 10-5, put it in the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats. 25 yards off of the turnover. And then the pitch and catch to Cesar, his 2nd touchdown of the ball game. And a point after puts this one in the books. Lovington will improve to 4 and 3. 247 yards.
A nice run by Gonzalez. He had to tiptoe around a couple of defenders.
He made Lerma
miss.
He
stepped through him.
Yeah, jumped aside and then stepped through him. So the point after, if it is good, ends the ball game. The kick is up and whistle sound as flags fly before somebody moved. It'll be offsides on the Demons. I'm not sure why you actually call that, and so we'll reset and do it again. So it'll be a 1-yard penalty on Santa Fe, their 4th penalty for 31 yards, and we'll reset and try this one again. Caleb Aranda to put paid to homecoming 2023. He makes it. It's a 50-point skunking. Low snap. It is kicked off, and it hits the crossbar, and no good. Is that one a bad snap? Still managed to get it up and off the ground, so the bloodletting will have to continue for at least a few more minutes. Lovington trying to end it right there with 8.5 to go. We'll just keep it right here. Don Morgan field side at Brian Urlacher Field. I'm TJ Miracle. High above Wildcat Stadium, Lovington 55, Santa Fe 6. So if not for a couple of missed extra points, this one is in the books. And now if you're Coach D, do you put in the 2nd and 3rd string to keep anybody from getting hurt?
I don't know. The temptation to just try to get this over is going to be so great. But the opportunity to play your younger players, give them some time, that's also a thing that coaches, it's a priority for coaches as well.
Well, it is, as Hernandez will tee it up. And we'll see when they trot the rest of the defense out there. As Remy looks over through the sideline and the coaching staff. You know, you might think about just squibbing it here as the ball blows off the tee. Of course, there is no Lovington game next Friday night. It'll be the bye week as we get ready to start the district schedule. 2 weeks from yesterday, 13 days from now, we'll be right back here at the friendly confines. The Bernalillo Spartans coming to town. As Hernandez will tee it up, and he will kick a low line drive bouncer. Melton fields it at the 13, brings it out to the 15, to the 20, to the 25. That's Villasenor, and he is going to be crunched by a couple of Wildcats.
Elijah Rivero was first in on it. He had some help, though.
Elon Clayton also on the stop. So it'll be 1st and 10 for Santa Fe from their own 25-yard line. As pretty much they've just moved backwards most of the game. A couple of big plays is why they are on the board. 55-6 is the score. 8 minutes remaining in the 3rd quarter. We are in running clock time. And a bad snap and 2 missed extra points. Difference between this one continuing as Abeda with it. Throws the wide receiver screen. He will have it to Ortiz. He's across the 30 out to the 35, make it the 36-yard line, an 11-yard completion to Ortiz, his 5th catch of the ball game for 48 yards, and that'll be the 3rd first down of the game for Santa Fe. 152 through the air now for Abeda. Hand it off, and Lovington with some of the 2nd string in there. Is that handoff going to go to number 12, David Jones?
Landon Trevino was in on the stop, along with, I believe, Michael Hine.
6-yard gain for Jones. It'll be 2nd down and 4. Clock continues to move, 7:14. Hand it to Jones again. He goes right side and runs into a couple of his own guys, and we're going to have a holding on it. It'll be no gain on the play. And on the stop, Valente Herrera, with the stop. But it'll be a holding on Santa Fe. So move them back 10 yards. 41 penalty yards on 7 penalties. 7 accepted penalties. So move them back. Wipes out a good stop for Lovington. No, that'll move them back 10 yards. Clock continues to move on the holding penalty. So it'll go from being 2nd down and 4 to being 2nd down and 14. Abeda, wide receiver screen, throws it to Ortiz on the far side, makes a man miss, and he's going to get most of the penalty yards back, gets it up to the 40. It'll be a 9-yard completion. His 6th catch of the ball game for 57 yards, and now it'll be 3rd down Of
course, Santa Fe responding to this running clock by hurry-up offense.
Jones on the right shoulder of Abeda. Lovington going to try and get pressure with 4. Time for Abeda. Now pressure breaks down. He's going to roll right side, throws it, has a man wide open. That is complete at the 35 to the 30, 20, 15, 10, 5, and into the end zone as complete and a touchdown, 60 yards.
Gabriel Lujan
Lujan will take it 60 yards to the house. 221 yards through the air and 2 touchdowns for Abeda. And Coach G just kind of shakes his head a little bit. He can't believe that's the 3rd time this game they have just completely lost a receiver on that little flag route. So something they're going to have to work on. 2-point conversion. Abeda on the option pitch. Jones hit, and he is going to be dropped. Great pressure by the Wildcats as Landon Trevino, first man to get the helmet in there. So the point after is no good. 5:40 remaining in the 3rd quarter. Lovington 55 and Santa Fe 12. We'll be back in 30 seconds on KZOR. Back here at Wildcat Stadium as Santa Fe takes it 60 yards to the house. The 2-point conversion is no good as Lerma will tee it up, and the onside kick is coming. Everybody in eastern New Mexico knows it, and it will be a bouncer that Gonzalez is going to pick up at the 25. Cesar brings it back to the 30, gets a block, cuts it back across the 35. Now comes to the near sideline across the 40, out to the 42-yard line, before he is dropped from behind. On the stop was Mateo Grego. So from the 44-yard line, 43-yard line officially, 1st and 10 for the Wildcats, and it does look like we will have the backups going in for sure. So the day for Wyatt Gomez is done. He's going to finish up 12 of 19 for 247 yards and 5 touchdowns.
So Patrick Sanchez will be under center even after already playing.
So Sanchez going to hand it off to Garza. He takes it right up the middle, and he's going to get to the 45-yard line. Tough running inside for Jaden Garza. He's going to pick up, call it 3, his 2nd carry of the afternoon. It'll be 2nd down and 7. Of course, with running clock, time moves pretty quick. 4.5 to go. Situation again like it was a minute ago. Lovington scores on this one and gets the extra point. It would be ball game. Twins to the left, twins to the right. Weiser in the slot on the left. That's Gutierrez. And they will pitch it to Gutierrez on the end around, and he's going to cross the 50, gets out of a tackle, and has enough on a little shake and bake. He's going to wind up with a 10-yard gain and move the chains. 1st down, Wildcats.
It was their number 77, and we don't have a 77 on the Santa Fe roster. Who brought him down finally?
No, we do not. So it'll be 1st and 10 on the 9th, 1st down of the ball game. Wildcats inside Santa Fe territory. Officially at the Demon 46. Twins left, Twins right. Sanchez is the quarterback. Going to throw the wide receiver screen to Weiser. His first catch of the year, but he is hit immediately. No gain for Ryan. So no gain on the play. It is a completion, but it'll be 2nd down and 10. Clock continues to move with 3:20 to go as Patrick will come over. Talk to the offensive staff. Now he'll take the play back in. Lovington does not have to be in any hurry whatsoever. Leading this one by 43 points. So now send 2 to the right, 2 to the left. Send a man in motion. That's Weiser. Hand it off. Garza. Little stutter step, and he is hit. I think if he doesn't hesitate and doesn't stutter, I think he has a couple of yards. No gain on the play, and so it'll be 3rd down and 10. But the Lovington coaching staff now getting in the getting in the younger players, the second and third string for the most part. Rivero is in as one of the receivers. 2.5 remaining in the third, running clock situation. Trips to the right side, one to the left. The tailback is Garza. Sanchez, high snap, handles it. Patrick looks to pass, has all kinds of time. Now he's going to be flush. Comes near side, fires it, has Rivero across the 35 down to the 33-yard line.
That is actually to Ryan Weezer.
Oh, that was to Weezer. Yes, it was. So Ryan, his second catch, and that's going to be 17 yards to Ryan and move the chains. First down, Wildcats. 10th first down of the ball game. From the 32-yard line, under 2 to play in the third. In a 4-receiver set, high snap, and Patrick just going to have to take it himself. And he'll get crunched at the 30, but Patrick still going to manage to pick up a couple of yards on that one. Kind of a blown play with the high snap. But a 2-yard gain before he got just absolutely mangled by Max Encinias.
Patrick's already gotten dirty and sweaty in this game. Just not his quarterback until this series.
Second down and 8. Clock continues to move. Under a minute 20 remaining in the third. High snap, Patrick with it again. Pocket breaks down and still on his feet and fires it in a dangerous pass as being held on to by Mateo Grigos. Had a pretty good game all told. Somehow Patrick doesn't go down. Only guy in the neighborhood was Rivero. So it'll be third down and 8 to go for the Wildcats. Under a minute to play now here in the third. But the Wildcat second and third team getting some reps out there against Santa Fe. And a good snap this time. Patrick with it, gets good protection, lets it fly down the seam and overthrows Weiser. Incomplete, and so now it'll be fourth down and 8. Lovington does not have to snap it again to get it out of this third quarter, and I seriously doubt that they will. So a fourth down and 8. Clock continues to move. I said, I can't imagine they're going to snap it again, but we'll keep it right here just in case. Lovington will go for it on fourth down. You've got to think it'll be a 47-yard field goal attempt from here. Not sure you're going to do that, as the third quarter will expire. Welcome back to Lovington Wildcat football here on Z94 KZOR. The Cats' third team, second and third team out there, facing a 4th and 8 from the Santa Fe 30-yard line. Sanchez with an empty set in the backfield. Good snap this time. Patrick with time. Lets it fly, coming towards Weiser and out of the reach of Ryan and incomplete. And it'll go over on downs to Santa Fe. Just underway here in the fourth quarter. A 43-point Lovington lead. Don Morgan patrolling the blue turf of Brian Urlacher Field. I'm TJ Miracle, high above Lovington Wildcat Stadium. Evie Stuber running the three-ring circus, back in studio engineering and producing. Brad Henderson running the camera for us today, as he has all season on HobbsAmerica.com and the Lovington Sports YouTube channel. So a beta going to come back out. Lovington's got the second string D out there. Hand it to Jones again, right into the teeth, and he's just going to take Wildcats with him, almost looking like Australian rules football out there as Jones going to plow forward for 6 yards. It'll be second down and 4. Now the Cats will improve to 4-3 going into the district season, which starts in 2 weeks. They'll drop Santa Fe to 1-5. Their district also, I think their district actually starts next week. Still on a 2nd down and 4. Good snap. Abeta throws the wide receiver screen on the far side to Melton. He'll tippy-toe the sidelines, and he'll get into Lovington territory. And so that'll be 5, 10, 15, 17 yards on the wide receiver screen to Melton. His 2nd catch of the ball game. That'll be 220, make that 231 through the air. Now for Abeta, 1st and 10 from just inside Wildcat territory. And the handoff, actually it's going to be the quarterback Abeta keeping it himself. We got a flag on the play as Melton on the far side reaches out, grabs on, hangs on, and gives Paul Sanchez, the freshman defensive back, a big hug. Not sure he meant to give him that kind of hug, but winds up being a hold and knocking out about an 8-yard gain. So holding on Santa Fe. They've got 51 penalty yards now. No, that'll move them back. That is the 8th penalty for 51 yards, 8th accepted penalty for 51 yards on Santa Fe. So from the spot of the foul, moves them back inside their own territory to the 44-yard line. So we're replay 1st down, back to pass. Abeta wants it all, goes to Melton, and that one is going to be almost picked. Somehow Melton gets it off the tip. 20-15, 10-5, and into the end zone for the touchdown. Wow, 56 yards to Melton. How does he hold on to that ball?
Well,
I have no idea.
If it hadn't been popped
the
up,
tip drill,
basically, it came off the hands of 2 of the Lovington Wildcats and popped back up in the air and right into his hands.
And they will go for 2. And back to pass is Abeta. Rolls right side as pressure breaks down. He's just going to take it in himself, and he'll put it into the end zone. So that'll make it a 55-20 ball game with 9:23 remaining in the game. Lovington 55, Santa Fe 20. We're back in a minute. Wildcat football on KZOR. Dean will take the kickoff, and he will advance it. A good run back and into Demon territory at the 46-yard line after the 56-yard touchdown strike. Abeta to Melton. Somehow Melton catches it off of 2 tips and then nobody behind him and takes it to the house. The 2-point conversion was good, so Lovington will run the second team offense out there. Still up by 35 points. But now you got to start thinking about running clock.
Right, and Lovington wants to keep that running clock. They want to go ahead and score on this drive if they can.
Trips to the left, single receiver to the right. Hand it off to Garza, going to stretch it out on the near side. He crosses the 40, inside the 40 to the 38-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 8 for Jaden Garza. That's his biggest gain of the afternoon. 4 carries, 12 yards for Garza, and it'll be 2nd down and 2. Keeps things moving, but we've got a Santa Fe player down on the near sideline, and that is Villasenor. You certainly hope he's okay. He's had a whale of a ball game for Santa Fe. I think, well, they're getting, despite everything, Villasenor 2 catches for 92 yards in this one, and he's been on a whole bunch of tackles for the Demons. So with the injury timeout, we'll take it 8:20 remaining in the ball game. All Lovington in this one. Wildcat football continues in a moment on KZOR. Here at Wildcat Stadium is Villaseñor being helped off the field by the coaching staff of Santa Fe High School. You certainly hope that that young man is okay. The 5'7", 140-pound junior has flown all over the field today, and he's limping pretty good.
He is not putting much weight at all. I think it's on the right leg, the right knee and leg.
You certainly hope that he is okay, as we'll get back to it. They've still got to take him off of the field. Of course, coming up 13 days from now, we will open district here at the friendly confines, as the Bernalillo Spartans will come to town to open district 2023. Of course, the Wildcats are the defending district champs. Went undefeated in district last year. Might be a little tougher row to hoe this year, as Portales is extremely good this year. Albuquerque Academy always pretty darn good too. And you can't overlook Bernalillo either. They'll get Villaseñor off the field, and we'll come back to it. It'll be 2nd down and 2 for the Wildcats. 8:15 remaining. 35-point lead, as keeping it himself, Patrick Sanchez with some room. He's across the 30 and down to about the 29-yard line, but we're going to have a late hold, and this one's coming back. It'll wipe out the gain in the first down.
Sanchez on the keeper. Nice
So Sanchez with the keeper, but it's coming back. I got that feeling. Yep, it will be holding on the Wildcats. Just their 3rd penalty on the afternoon for 35 yards, but it'll wipe out the first down. So we'll replay 2nd down. If it's from the spot, it'll wind up being 2nd and about 9. But that little quarterback counter trap has worked well. So, well, they're going to make it 2nd and about 5. 10 yards from the spot, but still very doable to the 41-yard line inside Demon territory. 3 receivers to the left side. Good snap, hand it to Garza on the sweep left side. Coming, gets a good block, and he'll cross and step out at about the 35, where a couple of Demons hit him. He needed 5, he gets 6 and moved the chains. First down, Wildcats. 11th first down of the ball game for Lovington.
And tick, 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 tick. Clock under 7 minutes left in the game now.
35-point lead for Lovington, but they'd like to score here, get the 2nd string into the end zone. Now they're going to put 3 receivers to the right side. Single receiver to the left is Heim. Good snap, hand it to Garza. Going to sweep it out right side and hit in the backfield, and he is dropped.
Drilled by number 52.
Yes, he was, as that was Cruz Graham. So Garza, instead of running east-west, should have done a little more north-south. He's going to lose 4 on the play. And it'll be 2nd down and 14. Again, with Garza's size, maybe they would do some inside stuff with him. Trips to the right once again. Back to pass is Sanchez. He's just going to have to step up. Now he'll let it fly. And in and out of the hands of Ribeiro. He was trying to run before he caught it. And incomplete for the Wildcats. That'll bring up a 3rd down and 14. Ribeiro, 3 catches, 58 yards, including a 31-yard touchdown. But they got
nice
him on a
throw
little
by Sanchez, though.
got him on the curl, yeah. Patrick, though, has misfired on his last 4 passes. He's 2 of 6 for 17 yards. So a 3rd down and 14. Wildcats in control of this one. 3 receivers to the left, single receiver to the right. Patrick, high snap, goes up to get it, and he's just going to have to run for his life, and he is going to be sacked back inside Wildcat territory. That is going to be a 17-yard sack.
By number 5, we don't have a 5 on their roster.
We do not have a 5 on the roster. So first sack of the day. And it'll be 4th down and basically McDonald. So you got to think maybe punt time for the Wildcats. So, yeah, I mean, nobody on that. We do have a number. Checking on that. Well, we'll come back. That may be Rodian Jaquez. He's number 6, and I haven't seen a 6 out there today. It's Patrick back to pass, lets one fly, and Rivero gets it at the 20, 15, 10, 5. Put it in the end zone, 6 on the board. Touchdown, Wildcats. 52 yards. Rivero has his 2nd touchdown of the ball game, and the Wildcats will make this a 61-20 ball game. Wow.
Oh, man, that was they let that fly high up in the air. I wasn't sure that was going to come down in time for anybody to get it.
And so Aranda on to kick the extra point. He's missed his last 2, not to put a damper on things. As the snap is good, Olguin gets it down, and that one will be booted through. Yes, it will. So Lovington 62. 20 on the board for Santa Fe. We'll be back in 30 seconds. More Wildcat football on KZOR. On 4th and McDonald, Lovington decides to go with a play that's 4th and Portales and turns it into a 52-yard touchdown strike from Patrick Sanchez to Elijah Rivero. The point after is good, and Lovington goes back up by 42 points with 4:25 remaining in the ball game.
That was a big Hail Mary that worked.
Yes, it was. With Dawn Morgan, I'm TJ Miracle. Great to have you with us on a breezy but all in all pretty pleasant Saturday afternoon. Game that was supposed to be last night. I think Santa Fe maybe didn't sleep too well last night, as the high end over kick goes over the head of Melton and out of the back of the end zone. So move it out to the 20. It'll be 1st and 10 for Santa Fe from their own 20-yard line. Give Santa Fe credit, though, as they have not gone away, as even though Lovington has outgunned them all game offensively and defensively, they have never stopped. They've had opportunities to kind of just wilt and go away, but they have not, so you've got to take your hats off to them for that. Lovington has put the backups in. Cost them a 60-yarder a little while ago. And let's see what's going to happen here. A couple of big plays. That's been the key. 56, 60, 85. Beta throwing it to Ortiz on the far sideline. Gets it across the 20 and out to the 24-yard line. A 4-yard completion to Ortiz.
I think that was Bustillos who made that stop, that sling down to the ground.
I think it was Elijah Gonzalez also in on the stop. 291 passing yards for Abeta. So 76 in there too, according to Chief Bridgeforth. Hand it off to Jones. He is hit in the backfield, but somehow manages to fall forward and get a couple of yards out of it. Jones, 3 carries, 14 yards. He is by far the leading rusher on this squad. So it'll be 3rd down and about 3 to go with 3.5 remaining. Hand it to Jones, goes left side, and he's going to be close to the first down as he's ridden down by Valente Herrera. And they're going to say just shy of the first down. So Jones picks up another 2. Needed 3, and it'll be 4th down and a yard. So 4th and a yard. Jones is the lone back. Now they're going to shift him over to the left shoulder. High snap, handed to Jones. Actually, Abeda keeps it himself. Sweeps around to the left side across the 30, 35, and will step out at the 37-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 8 for Abeda. And it'll be 1st down for Santa Fe, their 4th of the ball game. So from the 37-yard line, 1st and 10, under 3 to go. Twins to the left, single receiver to the right. Abeda with it, has time. Still with time, now finally going to be flushed, steps up, stiff arms a man in the backfield, and will just take it out across the 40 to the 42-yard line. A pickup of 5 on the keeper for Abeda. And that'll bring up a 2nd down and 5. And Santa Fe going to take their timeouts. 2:27 to go. They're going to try and put one more up on the board. As we'll just keep it right here. Of course, coming up, you've got your Devon Energy post-game show. We will look back over the numbers of this one and have the Bob's Thriftway coaches conversation with a, I'm sure, pretty happy Coach G. He's going to find some things I know that they want to and need to improve on before we start district in a couple of weeks. Of course, next week, Lovington on their bye week. Dawn and I, though, we don't get a break, Dawn. We'll actually be filling in for the Hobbs crew next week and heading to Las Cruces.
Right. Looking forward to that game, actually, against
Centennial, yeah. So Lovington gets a week off, but we don't. How does that happen? So it'll be 2nd down and 5 out of the Santa Fe timeout. 2:27 remaining in the ball game. Twins left, 2 to the right. Throw the wide receiver screen to Melton. He's got some room as he's going to be tackled right at midfield. It'll be 7 yards to Melton, and it'll move the chains. 1st down for Santa Fe. 298 through the air, and 80, make that 86 for Melton. Hand it off to Jones, left side. He's going to cross the 45 to the 44-yard line. 6-yard carry for Jones. And they may have found a new feature back. Jones has been running the ball pretty good. 5 carries, 22 yards. Then at 45 to go, Lovington has everybody up on the line. Bring the corner blitz, have a man, that's Christensen, and just over his head, he got behind the coverage. Mayan Bustillos was down with him, but he got behind the coverage. It'll be incomplete. And timeout taken by Santa Fe. Again, we'll just keep it right here. If you're the Wildcats, you do not want to let Abeda complete another forward pass. He is knocking on the door at 300 yards. But really, it's been big plays. The 85-yard completion, a 60-yard completion, a 56-yard completion. I mean, it's just been bombs away. It's been about the only thing he's had working for him. So Lovington, though, going to improve, and they've got to be happy about that, going to 4-3. Depending on what Portales has done, you've got to think Lovington Portales going to be 1-2 and continue to be 1-2 in Class 4A. Question is, who's going to be 1, who's going to be 2? So out of the Santa Fe timeout, 90 seconds to go in this one. 3rd down and 5. Pressure comes. Abeda spins. Rolls left. Needs some help. Throws it and incomplete. As on that backside, putting in huge pressure, Bronx Ariel and Mayan Bustillos. So it'll be incomplete. And it'll be 4th down and 5. And yep, they're going to go for it. As we click down to a minute to play, here's where the second string defense needs to step up big. Pump fake for Abeda. Flushed, throws it, overthrown, and just had to throw it away. So incomplete, and it'll go over on downs for the Wildcats. And they can just go into victory formation here and call it a win. I'm not writing down the final score until we know for sure the final. But Lovington leading this one by 42, 62-20. And so heading out will be Patrick Sanchez. And we'll have an official timeout called with 35 seconds to go as Hanson Marquez checks in. So the Wildcats victorious in homecoming 2023. From the 43-yard line inside their own territory. And it will be victory formation time, and it'll be Marquez on to take the victory snap. So he will take it and put the knee down. Nope, they put Wyatt back in to take it. And that will do it, and your Lovington Wildcats victorious at homecoming 2023, 62-20 is the final score, improving to 4-3 on the season, dropping Santa Fe to 1-5. So we'll take a 3-minute timeout, come back with your Devon Energy postgame show. Wildcats win this one 62-20. Wildcat postgame show from Devon Energy coming up on Z94 KZOR. For the Devon Energy postgame show was the Wildcats victorious in a delayed homecoming matchup over Santa Fe 62-20. With Don Morgan, I'm TJ Miracle. We will have your Bob Swiftway coaches conversation in just a few minutes. Let's take a quick look at the numbers in this one for Santa Fe. Michael Abeda, their quarterback, goes 15 of 27 for 298 yards. Has 3 touchdown passes. Those touchdowns coming to Juan Ortiz, Milton, and Lujan, as Ortiz was actually not the leading receiver. Villasenor was the leading receiver with 92 receiving yards. Ortiz, 7 catches, 61 yards. He had more catches than anybody else. Then you had Lujan, 1 catch, 60 yards, and it was a touchdown. not easy going. They actually were in negative territory in the rushing game. 298 through the air, negative 17 on the ground. 281 total yards for Santa Fe in this one. The Lovington defense got to Santa Fe's quarterbacks 8 times in the ballgame. 8 sacks recorded. So big doings there for them. 8 penalties, 51 yards on Santa Fe as they get 6 in the first, nothing in the second, 6 in the third, and 8 in the fourth. That's how they get to their 20 on the board. Turning the page for your Lovington Wildcats. Wyatt Gomez goes 12 of 18, 247 yards, 5 touchdowns, and no interceptions. Patrick Sanchez in relief comes on, and he goes 3 of 7 for 69 yards and a touchdown. So collectively, 15 of 26 for 316 yards, 6 touchdowns, and no INTs. 316. Leading rusher Alec Olguin, 9 carries, 84 yards, 464 total yards for Lovington in this one. 316 through the air, 148 on the ground. So got to be happy about that. Only 3 penalties, 35 yards. As the Wildcats, again, victorious homecoming 2023, 62-20. As the Wildcats now going to have a week off to get everybody healthy and get back to it before district starts here in just a couple of weeks. As Coach Gonzalez having a word, personal word with a few of his players after the ball game. Good to see Ryan Weiser back.
Yeah.
As Weiser is the one he's talking to right now.
He was, yeah. Coach, congratulations. Big delayed homecoming win.
Yeah, no doubt. Kids came out in the second half, and we got to get some kids in that don't normally get a chance to get in there, and got to watch them play and get out here and do some big stuff today. So I'm just proud of the whole team.
Yeah, very proud. Nice to see good execution for the most part. Very few mistakes, not a lot of penalties. What do you think?
Just like I told them, how they responded coming off of last night. They were excited to play last night, and that was what was disappointing about last night, because through warm-ups last night, I was like, this team's ready to play. And they waited around. I was concerned about, going home last night and them not responding the same way in the morning, but they did that today. And so there were some things that we can get corrected. We'll need to get that corrected on Monday, but for the most part, just proud of how they responded today on
Nice to see Weiser back healthy. Did he do okay during the game?
Yeah, he did good. He just needs to get in there a little bit more, and it'll take us a little while to get him into shape, and we'll use the bye week for that as well. So just getting him more reps will be good for him.
Excellent. And speaking of the bye week, in action again, not until, 13 days. Right back here on the blue turf against Bernalillo in the start of district. What do you do to get prepared for that game?
The biggest thing for us is, and we want to make sure that we use the bye week better than anybody in our district. And so, we got some guys, and we've played a tough non-district schedule. And so, utilizing the week to take care of our bodies a little bit. We're still got to get out here. We still got to work on the fundamentals of the game. But the 2 things that concern me the most is conditioning, because you don't get a game on Friday, and then ball security is the biggest thing, just because you're out of that contact for so long. So those will be the 2 things that we focus on the most. And then these guys that are a little bit banged up, get them rested up, and then be ready to go. We start district play.
Because they can't be shy about physicality from the very beginning of that game.
Absolutely. I mean, it's the name of the game. And, the non-district schedule that we have had, it's helped prepare us for, it'll be our first 4A opponent that we've played all year long when we open up district play. So, I think it's going to be to our benefit, and we just got to make sure we're ready to go.
All right. Well, we'll be right back here. Congratulations again. And it was good to see after all of that. It's not just tough on the kids. It's hard on the coaches and the adults, too, to get ready for that game.
Yes.
And then to have Mother Nature put a stop on it, at least temporarily, and then, get him. Santa Fe, showed a lot of grace, spending the night, staying here, and playing today, too.
Yeah, absolutely. That was my biggest concern, is for them, the travel. That's why we tried to wait as long as we possibly could last night. But they were able to stay the night, and I appreciate that, because Shirley didn't want to go into the bye week not playing a game and then being off for 2 weeks. So I'm, really, really thankful for them, their school district, feeding the bill for them to stay. And so it was an opportunity to play, and we got better.
All right. Well, congratulations again, and we'll see you in 13 days.
Yes, can't wait. Thank you, Don.
Thanks, Coach, as always.
All right, our Bob's Thriftway Coaches Conversation from the good folks at Bob's Thriftway. And, of course, always a big thanks to Coach G for spending a little time with us at halftime and in the post game to kind of break things down with Dawn Morgan. And what a game, as the Cats victorious will improve to 4-3 on the season as we put a wrap on this one. A game that was supposed to be last night. Mother Nature decided she wanted a Saturday afternoon affair from the blue turf, and that's what we got. And Lovington comes out and dominates in this one. Final 62-20 as they get ready for district in 13 days. So for Brad Henderson running the camera tonight on HobbsAmerica.com and the Lovington Sports YouTube channel, for Evie Stuber running the three-ring circus back at KZOR 1 Radio Square, for Dawn Morgan Fieldside, I'm TJ Miracle saying so long from Lovington. Wildcat football as the Wildcats are victorious. This has been an exclusive presentation of Walmart Digital and 1 Radio Square Sports. Have a great weekend, everybody. Good afternoon.